Okay, now after we've explained the 3 stages of the program with them, we're basically going to go, this is the manual. This is, I want you to read this over 2, 3, 4 times because you're going to pick up different things each time you read it. 90% of the questions that we get are answered right here in the manual. We're still here to help you every step of the way. We're still here to answer any question. There is no such thing as a stupid question. If you have a question for us, we're here anytime you need us. Even if it's after hours, call, leave a message. Our policy is always to get back within 24 hours because if they're doing this program and they need our help, we should be there for them and help them any time that they need any help. So we're going to go through this. I always tell them the first 3 pages of this, it basically explains what you're about to do. It kind of explains the program all through the first 3 pages here. Then we get to page 4. This is here where it talks about the binge. Everything about the binge is right here. Oh, excuse me. Then we're going to go here. This is where the diet starts. All explains everything right here. Then we're going to go down to here, and I kind of read through this with them. Basically says avoid white sugars, including diet sugars such as Equal, NutraSweet, anything like that. The diet sugars are even worse for you than regular sugar. It's a chemical that our body does not even digest. Aspartame is the worst, and then there's saccharin and sucralose. Chemicals that only sweeten our taste buds, our body does not even digest it. Not good for you at all. A lot of people think that if they're doing these diet sodas and diet this, that they're doing themselves better. Sure, it's not calorie, but it's a chemical. I mean, you're just eating a chemical, so it's not good for you at all. You want to avoid all fruits except the ones that we mentioned. You want to avoid all starches, including bread, rice, pasta, cookies, etc. No fast food. No alcohol beverages, especially beer or wine. Now, some people are going, oh, you can't drink on this. You know, and what you want to explain to them is it's sugar and carbs. If they really want to drink or have a drink on a Friday or a Saturday, we always suggest vodka or white rum. That's 65 calories. Have it with soda water and a lemon or a lime or an orange in there. I used to be a beer drinker because I love the taste of beer. There's a lot of carbs in it, and it's just, there's a reason they call it a beer belly. And then after I did this program, I will drink more of a vodka soda now. And I love the taste of beer, but I might have one, you know, in a night, at the end of the night, you know. I won't drink a 6-pack, you know, maybe like I used to. Some people drink a 12-pack. I mean, that's a lot of carbs, a lot of calories. So you want to avoid it if possible during the program because alcohol just isn't good for us anyway. I mean, it really isn't. You want to limit your creams, moisturizers, and lotions. Use only what you have to, not what you want to. We get a lot of women that will call us and go, what do you mean I can't use any lotions? We're not saying that. The skin is the largest organ of the body. It will absorb more junk than anything. Just be aware of what you're putting on. In the desert, it's very dry. The winter, very dry. You need moisturizers. We understand that. Go ahead and use it. But just be aware of what you're putting on. You'll see a lot of the people, some of the younger people, you know, put baby oil on, the tan and stuff like that. That's soaking into your body. So just be aware of what you're putting on. That's all we're trying to get people to be aware of is skin's the largest organ. It's going to absorb a lot of junk. You want to try to eat organic. Organic is the best for you, but sometimes it's a little expensive and hard to find. Always fresh. Frozen only if you have to, and if it is frozen, make sure you look at the ingredients because they put a lot of sodium in the frozen meats and stuff for preservatives, so there's a lot of sodium in there. And then nothing in a bottle or a can. Only canned tuna, albacore, if that's all you have as far as a protein. No turkey, like I said, because of the tryptophan. No pork, no lamb, because it's a little bit high in the fat content. No salmon, because of the oil. Very good oil, the omega-3s. Just like as in nuts, but not during the diet. No peas, corn, carrots, potatoes, or mushroom. Potato is a starch, mushroom is a fungus. So we don't want to put a fungus into our body as we're trying to detoxify the body. So no mushrooms. No corn, our body doesn't even digest. And then peas and carrots are full of sugar. They actually have quite a bit of sugar in them. You can Google it and find that out. I had a lady that said she used to eat a bowl of carrots every morning, and great, very healthy, but it is high in sugar. No dairy. I mean, we process the heck out of milk just so we can consume it. You know, somebody told me once, cow's milk is for baby cows. And that's the truth. We're the only mammal that drinks the milk of another mammal. So it's better to have soy or almond, but not during the diet because we don't want any dairy, no cheese, nothing, dairy products. I mean, it's just really not good for you. Like I said, we process it so much just so we can consume it. And then no nuts. No nuts, again, very good oils, just not during the diet, as we're trying to be as sugarless and as oil and fat free as possible. Then you're going to go on to the next page here. This is the typical diet day, which I already explained earlier. When we were going through the 3 stages, I explained this all there, but it's all right here again in case they need to go over it. So do not skip meals. People that skip meals do not do as well. The body will go into storage mode. That's what you want to feed every 2 to 3 hours. If you keep feeding the body, it's kind of like the old coal engines on the train. As long as you keep putting that coal in, the engine's just going to keep plugging away. You keep eating and feeding yourself, you're going to keep metabolizing it. It's funny, we've had some people that just haven't been, losing the weight that they should on the program. They've called us and said, and I'm just not losing the weight. So we ask them the questions we ask is, tell me what you've been eating on a typical diet day. A lot of people will skip the snack and they figure, well, if I skipped and cut a snack out or cut the food out, that I might lose weight quicker. It's the exact opposite. I tell them, I know this sounds weird, but you need to eat more to lose weight. And it really does work like that. So do not skip the meals. Don't stress or waste time counting calories. Do the portions that we're telling you and you'll be fine. We're saying 600 to 800. If it's 820 calories, 850 calories, so be it. You just follow the portions, follow the program, you will be fine. These are all the meats and fishes that you can have listed here, all the fruits, all the vegetables that you can have here, all the seasonings you can use. Tea and coffee. You can have as much coffee and tea as you want. You have a little bit of half and half with your coffee in the morning. I think it's about a tablespoon. When I saw this and before I started this, the company, I said, well, if it's half and half and that's a little bit more fatty, I had a non-fat latte at Starbucks every morning, and that was fine. So if you don't want any, that's fine too. And then you want to drink a half a gallon to a gallon of water a day. That's really critical. Coffee and tea does not count as water. That's a drink, because what the water is doing is flushing all the toxins out of your body. As we've got the fat and the spray releases the nutrients and is feeding us these nutrients from our fat cells, we still got this bad part of the fat that's still in our body. It doesn't just disappear, so we've got to flush it out. I kind of explain to people, it's like a dirty sponge. The more water you put through that sponge, the quicker it's going to clean it up. The more water you put through the body, the quicker you're going to get the toxins out. And kind of a rule of thumb too is you take your weight, divide it by 2, and that's how many ounces you should be drinking a day minimum. So an example, a 200-pound person should be drinking 100 ounces of water, minimum. And you should continue this after you've done the diet, because you've got to flush the things out, out of your body. Otherwise it just stays there. So drink as much water as you can. And I kind of, some people, that was one of the things that I had a little issue with, because I just don't drink water naturally. So I'd always have a bottle in front of me, and I told myself, if I look at that bottle, take a drink. The next thing you know, you'll be drinking enough water. This is a plateau breaker. We all know we're going to hit a plateau. I actually talked to my regular doctor once. I'm explaining the program to him. We're going through the plateau, and he said, you know why you do that? And I said, no, I don't. And he said, it's because that when we lose 10% of our body weight, the mind thinks we're losing it too fast and it tries to slow it down. That's what my family doctor told me. That's why we hit the plateau. That's why people hit them at different times, because 10% of my weight is different than 10% of your weight and different than 10% of his or her weight. So when you hit a plateau, we know they're coming. We're going to break through them. The best plateau breaker is to do an apple day. You're going to have an apple for breakfast, an apple for snack, an apple for lunch, an apple for snack, and then for dinner or supper, you're going to have 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 ounces of beef or chicken and a tomato. Again, there's something about the lycopene in the tomato and the protein in the steak and the chicken that's going to correct that, and it will break right through the plateau. There's other plateau breakers in here that they can read through. You can do a little cardio, drink some green tea, drink a little bit more water. There's other things that you can do through it. But we know the plateaus are coming, so we know how to break through them. Then this gets to the maintenance or stabilization. This is so you will not regain your weight back. It's going to go through everything here. Basically says to continue the diet for 2 days after you stop taking the supplements, and then you can start adding the other foods into your diet, strictly staying away from white flour and white sugar. You can add the other foods like I had said earlier. You can have some turkey or pork or lamb. Just try to do the less fatty cuts. You can have bananas, you can have the other fruits in your diet. Just stay with the 3 meals and 3 snacks that we've taught you. That's why we hope when you're done with this, you continue that, because that's healthy eating habits, and then you will not gain the weight back. If you do this correctly, the hypothalamus gland will reset itself to your new set weight. And you can't go eating crazy like you did before, because that's how you got there in the first place. Try to stay away. The 3 weights are the bad things: white flour, white sugar, white salt. Don't eat them. That's the best way to say it. But if you do it as a treat to yourself. Get pink Himalayan sea salt. That's the best salt. It actually has about 100 plus nutrients in it, so it's very good for you. And then when you get done with this, you're done. Now there's nothing more to do. Now I ask them after I'm done with this, do you have any other questions? Most of the time, if it hasn't already come up, it's the price. The price, you always have to build value. So when you tell them price, this is what I would do is I tell them what you're going to get. Our most cost-effective program is our 2-month program. And I have the products here on the table. What you're going to do is you're going to get 2 bottles of our proprietary spray. These both last 25 to 30 days. The reason I say 25 to 30 days is they may spray and go, gosh, without a spray, oh, I better make sure I get a spray. I mean, there's 30 days there, but it depends on how people spray. You're going to get a bottle of the EA Boost, an all-natural energy appetite support vitamin. You're going to get a bottle of methylcobalamin and vitamin B12, the best B12. You're going to get all those products. You're going to get a manual that tells you what to do step by step. You're going to get a booklet of recipes so the diet does not get so boring. You're going to get 24/7 support from us. We're here to help you every step of the way. We're not just going to give this to you and send you out the door and say, good luck. We're here to help you to make sure this is a success for you. We want this to be the last weight loss program you ever do. And it can do that if you just follow this program. So you get all that. And I say normal price is $599. But because it's a summer sale that we're having right now, we're taking $150 off the program. So it's only $449 for 2 months. That's about $225 a month, less than $7.50 a day.